DVD and Blu-ray extras. DVD and Blu-ray extras. Hey guys! Today I'm starting a new series reviewing extras on DVDs and Blu-rays, because you get some amazing extras, documentaries and things like that. So today I thought I'd review a little short documentary that was on the Omen DVD. It's called The Omen, Curse or Coincidence. It's basically about the production team, the director, the producer and stuff, going on about strange events that happened during the making of The Omen. There's so many of them. I'll give you a list of the different things that happened during the making of The Omen, and I'll leave it up to you lot to decide, to make your own minds up. Was it cursed or was it just a coincidence? The actual producer of The Omen actually thinks the devil tried to stop the making of the film, so he believes in it.
There was strange things happening, and it was an aura of not being welcomed. I mean, the devil was really, I really sincerely believe that the devil didn't want the picture to be made.
Whereas the director, he thinks it's just a coincidence that all these things happened. One of the first things that happened was the star Gregory Peck. He boarded an aeroplane on his way to the making of the film. During the flight, the aeroplane was actually struck by lightning. Obviously he survived and he made the film, but that was the start of what was going to happen. The same thing happened to the writer. He boarded a different aeroplane, and while he was on the aeroplane it was struck by lightning. And he managed to survive, but that's two aeroplane flights, different flights that were struck by lightning. One day the director was standing near his car and there was a car accident, and this car drove right past him, slammed the car door, it just missed him, and he said he could have easily lost an arm or a leg by how fast the car flew past him, smashing his car door like inwards. He was lucky to be just missed getting an arm cut off or something. Another scary thing was there was a lot of IRA bombings during the making of the film, and the production team were going to go to this restaurant. So they were all getting ready and they were walking towards the restaurant, but they found out that just an hour before they entered the restaurant, the whole thing blew up. So they would have been totally wiped out if there'd have been 1 hour earlier. If they'd have gone inside the restaurant and it blew up, it would have wiped the whole lot out. And even when they were walking towards the restaurant, the bloody subway blew up as well. Another IRA bomb. There's a totally weird thing happened when they were filming the zoo part of the film. When Damien goes to visit the zoo, his mother, and all these animals go crazy. After they'd finished filming, there was the guard in the zoo, and for some reason his door opened. These two lions came in, attacked him, killed him and ate him. So that's totally weird, that, because that shouldn't have happened. Another totally weird thing that happened, and the odds of this happening are incredible. They're like billions and billions to 1. They had an aeroplane, and it like chartered to different places, and the production team on the film were using it, and the plane was going to take some people on a journey before the production team were going to use it. So just before they used it, the plane took off with these people in, and the plane, like there was a flock of birds, and the aeroplane went through it and it interfered with the aeroplane. All the engines were cut off. The plane had to crash on a runway, and it hit this one car. Like the pilot hit this one car. There was only like the one vehicle that got damaged, but the people inside the car, this woman and 2 children were killed. They were the only ones that got killed. And it turned out that the pilot that crashed into this one car, the person who was driving it was his wife and 2 kids. They were his kids. So the odds of that happening are incredible. So the pilot crashed his plane into his wife's car and killed his wife and kids. And that's true, that as well. You can look it up. Incredible, that.
Crashed on to the end of the runway, went down into the street, hit a car and killed everybody in the car. In the car were the wife and 2 children of the pilot. True story. Every newspaper has it and everything else. The Omen. The Omen. I mean, it could have happened to us. If we had been shooting that day, maybe it would have been us.
Another totally weird thing that happened, the guy who created the special effect where the character David Warner's playing, a journalist, gets his head cut off with a sheet of glass. It's like a famous scene in The Omen, where the special effect guy who created that scene, he had this beautiful girlfriend and they were driving and he had a head-on collision with another vehicle. And what happened is his girlfriend's head got cut off, exactly like in the film. She got decapitated with glass. When he woke up, the first thing he saw was this sign. On the sign it had 66.6 kilometres to the next place, like a road sign. So that was like 3 6s was the first thing he saw when he recovered. That's totally weird, that, considering he was the guy who invented the famous decapitation scene.
Bridge Too Far in Belgium. He was our special effects man. He had a beautiful girlfriend. He was driving and had a head-on accident and beheaded this girl. And John is the one that he invented the beheading of our picture.
On the Omen, they had a religious advisor. He believed in God, but he didn't believe in the devil. But after the making of the film, he changed his mind and he actually believes there's a devil now. When they had the negative of the film, when it was complete, the film, and there was some guy, the producer was flying the negative to wherever he was taking it. He said he was shitting himself, terrified that something would happen to him because of all this stuff that was happening to everyone. Like on the set there was like a feeling of dread, like something wasn't right during the making of the film. This seems to happen with a lot of films, like The Omen's the major one, but there's been other films like The Exorcist. Lots of weird shit happened during the making of that film. Even the James Bond film, Licence to Kill. There was like a vehicle that fell off a cliff with nuns in, and that was supposed to haunt this spot that they were doing the truck scene. And like they said there, the production team said there, some of the vehicles were moving by themselves sometimes. And also there was a fireball scene where they filmed the truck exploding, and if you notice there's a hand of flames coming out of the explosion. So lots of weird shit happens when they make films, and there's kind of like a theory to it that like with all these creative people all in one spot, it kind of creates like a, I don't know, like a ceremony sort of thing. Like, you know, when witches do all these strange elaborate things and they create like a ceremony. So they reckon when people make a film, there's all these intellectual artistic people in one spot can like summon things. That's the theory behind it, because there's so many films where weird shit happens. But during the Omen there was too many totally weird things happened. There must have been something going on during the making of that film. Wherever if there was like a devil or an evil force, it didn't want that film to be made for some reason. There was something, some reason it didn't want it done. But whether or not it's just a massive coincidence that all this happened, who knows? So I'll leave it up to you folk to decide. If you want to watch the documentary, it's on YouTube. It's only about 6 minutes long, so it's well worth checking out. That's the Omen, Curse or Coincidence. So if you check that out, then make your minds up. So overall, I thought this extra that I watched on the Omen was brilliant. I'd give it about a 9 out of 10. Really enjoyed it. Just a little bit short. I wish it had been a bit longer and more detailed. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. Bye. Bye.